يا نفس إن لم تظفري لا تدعي.
There's a saying that there are 1,000 words for camel in Arabic, and actually, that wouldn't be far from the truth. Arabic is an incredibly rich and precise language. Linguists describe it as the best language to express deep topics in just a few words. It is highly complex and is referred to as the most eloquent of all languages. To give you an idea, there are more than 12 million Arabic words compared to about 500,000 in English. A camel in Arabic is jamal. How can there be so many different words for a camel? Here is a list of some examples. Look at how much description each name carries. For example, a nahus is a female camel that doesn't allow itself to be milked, or al-ash'al, which is a white camel that has a different coloured tail. Instead of using more words to add description, Arabic words contain many descriptions and meanings within. In Arabic, there are more than 10 different variations for love. You don't just say, I love this or I love that. There are different types of love. For example, mawadda is a strong type of love. It is a love of tenderness and compassion to the point where you would sacrifice something from yourself for the happiness of the other. Can you see how just one word captures such a deep description? The Islamic greeting, Assalamu alaikum, isn't just the Arabic way of saying hello. The apparent translation is peace be upon you, but even that isn't accurate enough. Whenever anyone says Assalamu alaikum, it actually means may Allah's peace be with you, may He grant you prosperity, may He grant you wholeness and completeness, may you lack nothing and have everything you need to be successful. All of that in 2 words. Is it therefore a surprise that Allah chose such a deep, descriptive and direct language to convey His words to humanity?
People, they try to convince us that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have wanted, He could have revealed the Quran in another language. And this is not true. The Quran has been revealed in Arabic for a reason. And it's because it was the only language which is rich enough to tell us what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to say.
Ancient Arabic is far more sophisticated, far more advanced, far more complex, far more intricate, far more involved than proper modern standard Arabic.
1400 years ago, Arabs were at the pinnacle of the Arabic language. They could naturally speak in poetry like me and you can speak in a normal conversation. Just like the media controls the world today, language controlled Arab society before Islam. One speech had the power to humiliate tribes for generations. Before Islam, they would call anyone that was non-Arab Ajam, which literally meant silent and speechless. Why? Because no other language was as alive. To them, their language equaled life. When they heard the Quran for the first time, these same people that had so much pride and expertise were completely shocked and mesmerised. Some froze in their places, some started shaking, some went pale in the face, and some even cried. They didn't know how to respond. The eloquence of the Quran was simply on another level.
You see, the Arabs had mastered all types of rhetoric, all types of linguistic devices. They had an entire discipline of different types of poetry. They had different what is called awzan, which means meters and rhymes. They had different styles. They had different rhetoric devices. The Quran comes and it is simply unclassifiable in any one of these pigeonholes. You know, recently, last year in England, they discovered a manuscript that was claimed to be Shakespeare. Everybody got excited. Oh my God, a new manuscript of Shakespeare. And all the Shakespeare experts in the world came and they studied and they studied and they studied. And then they finally concluded, no, it's not. It was a false alarm. How do you know? Oh, because the style is not the style of Shakespeare. What does that show us? Shakespeare, no matter how eloquent he is, he has one style. And you recognize it. Guess what? What is the style of the Quran? You cannot classify it. You cannot classify it. It is beyond human categorization. Each surah, each verse is unique. Its rhythm is clear, it's resounding, but it is not classifiable.
There are many verses in the Quran that explain why it came down in Arabic. Of them is chapter 26, verse 195, where Allah says that it was revealed in perfect and eloquent Arabic so that it may be clear. The word mubin in this verse literally means that which clarifies, leaving no room for doubts. Let me show you an example of this clarity from the Quran. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen is a verse all Muslims know and recite from chapter 1. The apparent translation of these 4 words is, all praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. This is far from complete. Look at how much reading we have to do to get a more accurate translation. If 4 Arabic words carry this much depth and explanation, imagine how many more pages of the Quran would be if it was in English. In fact, there are countless books that dig deeper into a fuller interpretation of the Quran, such as Tafsir ibn Kathir or Tafsir al-Tabari. Saying that, the best way to bring the Quran to life is to understand the language. This is why you find many new Muslims and non-Arabs studying Arabic. Think about it, the Quran came down in one of the most deep, complex and eloquent languages 1400 years ago to a man that never took part in any form of poetry. Not only did the Quran take eloquence to a whole new level, ever since, no Arabic literature has come close to challenging the power and style of the Quran, even after all these years. Isn't this a miracle? Please subscribe to never miss an episode of the Wonders of the Quran.
وإذا تأخر مطلب فلربما